What's up? Today is Tuesday and it's early in the morning. I'm in my car, so if you hear noise, you know that I'm actually in my car. So today I'm homeless. And there's a lot of things that go through your head when you basically say I have no place to live. And I won't be homeless for long, but I know I put a bunch of applications in. From a home, you're downsizing to an apartment. And when you think about it, you say, maybe I should get another home or this time rent. But my first instinct was to actually get an apartment and basically get back to work and making some money and moving forward and growing in that aspect. However, I didn't take into an account. Been out of the market for dealing with homes or apartments or anything like that, or have to rent anything. So I didn't take into an account. Um, if you guys have ever listened to any of my earlier podcasts, you know that I recently lost my wife this year, and I had to make a lot of changes. And this week and last week, one of those changes is finding a new place to live. And we already handed in the keys to our old home. And now I'm in a hotel. And I spend most of the time in my car looking for apartments and filling out applications for apartment. But there's a lot of things that I didn't take into an account. One of them, for the last year and a half, I've lived on credit cards. I paid all my bills with credit cards. And, I made a few bucks here and there and, making payments. And I did all of that to say this because I wanted to be by my wife's side. She was very sick and I really wanted to be there for her. She asked me if there's any way that I could not leave her and be there for her. Um, I've done that. She didn't even have to ask. I wanted to be there for her. Um, so having said that, when I started to look for an apartment, I realized, wow, all my creditors are coming due, and they've been due since the beginning of the year, and it must look like this guy doesn't want to pay any of his bills. I never thought about how it would look in the time I was paying those bills. All I focused on was my wife. Let me be there for her, go home, sleep, and get right back to the hospital. I do all that I can. I be there for her. And let me tell you the importance of being there for someone who is sick. You see doctors, maybe not doctors, but you see nurses make mistakes. And being that about what your spouse or your loved one can handle, what they are allergic to, or whatever the case, you can catch a lot of things if you're there by their side the whole time. But if you're not, you're at the mercy of whatever they tell you. And sometimes if you're there, even while you're there, taking care of them and being there by their side for moral support and for the fact that you love them to death, you still may not understand everything that goes on. But if you're there for a long period of time, like I was for 84 days, I might have missed maybe 3 to 4 days. And to be honest with you, I think I only missed 2 days and went there a couple of half days. Because even when I said I didn't want to go, I felt bad that I wasn't there, and I still had to go see her for maybe an hour or so. Um, all of that takes precedent on whatever else follows. And why? Is because if I had to do it again, I would do it all over again. But somehow I would want to be a little more mindful what happens like in my instance, when they pass, and now that you have to move on, you have to continue to live. You have to pick yourself up by the bootstraps and say, no matter what I've gone through, I know this too shall pass. So I'm not asking the entities to say, oh, you had a break, or, a bad break. Yeah, I want to get in there and basically talk to some human and have a conversation, letting them know this is one of the reasons why my credit is looking like this. If you can go back 2 years, you see that I built my credit almost to 700. It was 695. So you can see that I worked on trying to pay all my bills and try to keep paying all my bills on time. And the creditors actually knew something was wrong, because they would say, hey, look, you normally pay all the time. You even pay ahead of time. Is there a problem? Is there, and I realized that. And come on, how many sob stories are you going to keep telling people? So this is my ordeal. And I know there are a lot of people who might be going through something similar. But yeah, when you want to look for a place to live, you say, oh, wow, I want to speak to a human so I can have them humanize, the applicant, and hopefully understand, not basically believe in what I've gone through, my ordeal, or, everything that I had to go through with my wife, but believe in me as a person, and believe in my character, as you can see, me in front of you. However, and I understand this is a business and a lot of people can't, and there's a lot of people who play games, and, I'm not discounting that, why they do what they do, but there has to be a human commonality where you can say, hey, look, this person, you can look over the course of years, even in his social media accounts, his business social media accounts, this guy is definitely not a character that is trying not to move forward in life and do better for the people around him. Well, I understand both parts. I understand the business aspect, because I put myself in their shoes. I must be dealing with a lot. If I had an apartment complex, there's a lot of people who lie. A lot of people who actually fabricate better stories than I can conjure up on my own. So I understand that, but on my end, I just want somebody to humanize me and not treat me as a number, as just a number, as an applicant. I want them to understand, hey, I need that opportunity to move forward, and that is the plight. There is a certain urgency. You get up every morning saying, I know I don't have a place to live. I know I can't keep paying hotel these exorbitant fees and expect to have some kind of comfortability, or there has to be some type of urgency in everything that we do when we're looking for a place. And that's me. I'm up out of that place, out of the hotel at 7 a.m. I grab me a cup of coffee, and I'm out there doing whatever I got to do. So, and I'm on my phone. So if you hear those noises, I do apologize. I don't have my setup. All my stuff is still in storage and in my car. So I go through a lot, and I say that to say this. I understand my own situation, and I know everybody's got their own deal. And if you are going through something in life right now that just seems to be overwhelming, just know that this too shall pass. And I believe that. I believe that God has given us the ability to move forward. He says, I'm going to get this person up today. And we don't know what goes into making sure that we get up the next day. We can't take that for granted. So we have to get up, and we know it's by his power, by his grace, by his love for us that we are able to do whatever it is that we're able to do. So even if we are going through a hard time, it's still up to us to bless somebody else. It's still up to us to not be surrounded or consumed by our own situation where we can't help others. So if you're going through something, know that this too shall pass. And if you are going, and if you're living a life and you just don't seem to like where you're at in life, know that you can change it. You know, I heard, Jim Rohn once say, if you don't like your life, change it. You're not a tree. You can take any 2 years and change your life drastically. I believe that. I believe that. So if you're going through something, if I could impart anything on you today while I'm doing this podcast, is that nothing is certain. Whatever it is that you're going through, know that you can get through it. Know that you're not alone. Know that Almighty God is shining his light right on you. And know that his yoke is easier. So cast your concerns on God. Let him lighten your load. Believe in yourself and know that whatever it is that you're going through in life right now, it will change. And you have to be the ambassador of change for your own life. You have to say, I'm not going to take this no more. I'm going to do whatever it takes to move forward in life. Whatever it is, if you had dreams and ambitions, dust them off. Go after whatever it is in life that you want to go after. I know you can do it. And I'm not just saying that because I really believe in that. So my name is Dave. You're listening to the last podcast where the first shall be last and the last shall be first. Until tomorrow, you guys have a blessed day. Bye.